Okay, show starting. Everyone have a great show. Hello and welcome to Aural Fixation episode 14. How's everyone doing? Thank you all for viewing, for tuning in, being here with us on this most blessed night. I have a very quick nugget of trivia this week. I learned that a gentleman by the name of Jeff Russo is the composer for all the new Star Trek shows that are coming out. Or not all of them, but two of the new Star Trek shows coming out. And he has a storied history in rock and roll. He was in the band Tonic in the late 90s, an alt rock band, if you remember. The hook of the song was, "If you could only see the way she loves me." That guy, that band, that song. So he now composes like orchestral scores and John Williams type music for the new Trek shows. And he's married to Nina Gordon from Veruca Salt. And that's all I got for you this week, folks. I would love to bring on our host for this evening, Mr. Dusty Kratz. Where are you, pal, buddy o' mine?
Woo!
Yeah!
How's it going?
It's great. How are you?
I was intrigued by that fact. I love me some Veruca Salt.
Love Veruca Salt. I got to see him, but post Nina Gordon, unfortunately.
Oh, you get to see him. Good for you. Good job. And Tonic. Man, haven't thought about Tonic in a little while.
Most people haven't.
Hence why you said used to be the band Tonic. Hey, I have a little fact for you.
Ooh, this is a first. Took you till episode 14 to come out of your shell.
I almost said ribbit. I don't know why. Makes no sense. In in Bohemian Rhapsody,
the movie or the song?
The song.
Mm-hmm.
Freddie Mercury plays on the very same piano used by Paul McCartney in Hey Jude.
Very cool.
I
cool.
can play this game.
I wonder if that was an Abbey Road piano or a Trident Studios piano.
Well, I can't go that far, Dave.
Hey, are you interested in wrapping up what happened last week on the show?
Only if it's really just the Halloween episode again.
I wish there was a way that we could just talk about the Halloween show for the rest of time.
Dave,
maybe until next Halloween.
All you have to
Josh
do is
WJ, hey, you there? Come on. Help us out with this.
You guys want to talk about the Halloween show?
This isn't the Halloween episode.
Sure. You remember that time you wore the Alf mask?
Oh, you mean this Alf mask?
There it is. Where
it's somewhere on the internet.
Is this the Alf mask you're looking for?
Hey, we had a show last
week. Brian
week.
Got the twofer last time.
Oh, yeah.
He did. He clinched it. Again, though, coming down to the final round. So he's not bulletproof, folks.
And we tried something new. We had a whole brand new experience for everybody.
We did, and it went off swimmingly.
Smashingly.
It was Musictionary for all of you playing at home, looking forward to it. Yes, we are going to do it again. It probably won't be any more streamlined, but we're going to give it a shot.
A variation of it.
A variation, yeah, it'll be a little different this time. But we're trying to, we're in 14. So if we were 14 years old, we'd start like trying and experimenting with new things, right? So we're trying to do that with the show as well.
Man, I can't wait for episode 123. And what
we should have hung out. 14 years old. I'll tell you.
We kept passing ships in the night. WJ, ships in the night.
That's true.
Have a good show, dudes.
Yeah, you too. Brian pulled it out, got 2 wins, coming to the hat trick tonight.
Word choice there, Bal.
Yeah, well, lucky whoever that was.
Won.
I'm gonna go.
The game of trivia. Oh, all right.
So we lost the host.
All right, Deb, you're hosting.
Okay.
Right. Hey, good luck.
All right. Bye.
My favorite part of the game was when Lawrence streaked.
Videos.
Again, word choice. For 9 out of the 10 questions in the visual round. It was pretty amazing.
That was amazing. Also, because at the beginning he said, "I'm just going to be the guy that sandbags it and try to get double negative points," and then all of a sudden just skyrocket. You can see it on everybody's face. They're like, "Where did this come from?" It was good. It was entertaining, and that's honestly how we try to build the show, right? Like every every single round is vastly different and kind of plays off of something different. So you, like I say, you never know. Anything can happen.
True story, buddy. Hey, have a great show.
Thank you, sir. You do the same. May the force be with you. Hello, everybody and anybody, all three of you watching at home. Welcome to Aural Fixation, episode 14. 14. My wife keeps reminding me, you're really going to do this 14 weeks in a row, 15 weeks in a row? And I say, yes, honey. Yes, I am. Because of the love of the game and really the love of our fans. I mean, people expect it. They look forward to it every week. And I just can't let the public down. So here we are, episode 14. And I would love to introduce you to our players for this week. First and foremost, our returning champ, Bryan, who is an Austin-based musician and music journalist for Forbes, Billboard, and Paste, who specializes in pop, hip hop, and the metal. What's up, dude?
I need some like an air horn behind me. What's up, Dusty?
I've got one. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Excellent. Welcome back. Are you ready?
You know what? I have an analogy for how I'm feeling in my third week. You ever see Rocky 3?
It's been a bit.
Yeah. So, Rocky 2, sorry, spoilers alert. Rocky wins. He beats Apollo Creed in Rocky 2. And Rocky 3 starts with this montage of him just beating up all these challengers because his team picks a bunch of like puff pastry opponents for him. And so then when he has to go up and fight Clubber Lang, Mr. T, he's not ready because he's been slacking on his training because he thinks he's like, unbeatable. And so I'm a little nervous that I haven't been preparing enough for this round. I might get smacked around by this week's contestants. So we'll see. I'm going to try to be alert, but I'm nervous to try to do the hat trick.
I that wasn't exactly where I thought you were going with the analogy. I thought the analogy was going to end with, but then he wins and overcomes, but you just left it at he was just struggling.
We'll see. I mean, that is how Rocky 3 and every other Rocky does end. He does inevitably win, but I don't want to jinx myself. So we'll see.
Well, hey, even if you don't win, maybe you'll meet your illegitimate child and you guys can train for another music trivia show together.
That could happen. Sequel. Yeah, that would be very exciting. I think that would make the ratings go through the roof as well.
It would. Father and son day on Aural Fixation would be huge.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for coming back for a third time. Our second contestant is Mr. Jeff Hortillosa, otherwise known as Horti, who is a guitar virtuoso, singer, songwriter, actor, comedian, dancer, and director from Austin, Texas. You may have seen him with his band Whiskey Shivers in Pitch Perfect 3 or on Anthony Bourdain's No Reservations. Love me some Anthony Bourdain. Welcome, Horti. Welcome. Where are you?
Hello there, guys.
Hey, there you are.
Yeah, I was trying to do the frozen fake out there, but
that was a good one. How's it going?
Times. Yeah, doing good, doing well, hanging in.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us. You have a new album out, or a newer solo record out.
Newer-ish. So I was very wise releasing it in this fun news cycle, this fun eventless news cycle we've been having for the past little bit.
Yeah, it's been very interesting.
Volume 1, and it's out. It's cool.
Yeah. What sets your independent solo stuff out aside from Whiskey Shivers? What sets it apart?
Whiskey Shivers is like bluegrass instrumentation, a lot of acoustic stuff, upright bass, banjo, acoustic guitar, fiddles. This is just straight up rock power trio. I think wah-wah pedal would differentiate it. Just a lot of wah-wah.
That was the big deciding factor. You're like, how am I going to separate myself? Yeah. Well, very cool. And I do have one more question for you. How did you get into Pitch Perfect 3? Were you in like the Battle of the Bands thing at the beginning, or how did that pan out?
No. So I made a vaguely prostitutional Craigslist ad called Eye Candy Lawn Service back in like 2014. And it made best of Craigslist. It was like, top of Austin Reddit for a couple of days sort of thing. It got passed around. And eventually this lady named Trish C, who directed like the OK Go dance videos, she directed, she choreographed all that stuff. She did a handful of other, she did like one of the Step Up movies. I think Channing Tatum's in that, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And then she reposted it, and a friend of mine worked on an ad with her here in Austin. Here's the long story. And he saw, he was like, "Oh, that's my friend Horti." And she was like, "Oh, cool, blah, 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 blah." Hit her up. We got to be friends. Fast forward 3 years, she gets this job directing a movie. And wham, bam, they needed a country band that was weird and looked cool. And I guess that was us.
That's super cool, man. It was a good experience overall.
Eye Candy Lawn Service. Yeah, totally. Yeah, no, totally. It was rad. It was awesome.
Flash the number on the screen a couple of times. Well, if music doesn't work out, you always have that, right?
Yo, it got flagged pretty quick. It got taken down. I mean, it was vaguely prostitutional, but not very well veiled, you know.
Next time.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us. Our third contestant is Mr. Mark Weiser, who is a lifelong NYC native and piano entertainer. He owns Shake, Rattle, and Roll Pianos, which is, get this, the largest piano entertainment country in the United States. Mark, please join us.
Hey guys, how we doing? Couldn't help resisting the Rocky theme, but there we go. Hi guys.
How's it going?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Great. I'm a bit floored and curious. How did you become the Abe Froman Sausage King of Chicago, but with pianos and the whole country?
I've been a piano performer for my whole life, and about 10 years ago, started Shake, Rattle, and Roll really just to get more work for myself because I didn't want to work for bar owners anymore. And we just, more work came in than I could do, and very quickly we just started bringing on piano bar guys that we knew, dueling piano players. We grew based out of New York to the Northeast and then across the country, and now we're international. When there's not, a global pandemic. Other than that, we'd be international. But yeah, we do about between 500 and 600 events a year around the world.
That's amazing. And you're doing virtual events now, correct?
Well, yes, because New York City's in a coma at the moment. So since our showroom is in Times Square in the Broadway community, so our show had been running in Times Square for the last 10 years. Every Saturday since 2010. So the week that New York shut down, we moved our shows online. So our dueling piano show, which is a Saturday night show, is now streamed onto Facebook and YouTube. This coming week will be episode 36.
Man,
yes,
you're ahead of us.
Woo! So yes, we're entirely virtual until we're allowed to be free range once again and mix with other humans.
It'll happen. Positively.
Hopefully, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for spending your evening with us, sir.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Excellent. And last and absolutely not least, thank you for your patience, sir. Our final contestant is Mr. Sean Rainey, who is also a dueling pianist, singer-songwriter, and devourer of pizzas from New Haven, Connecticut. How are you, sir?
Devourer of pizzas right here.
Oh, sorry. It was devourer of pizzazz. I misread that.
Oh, pizzazz. Correct. Both correct.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm surviving in the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Mind zombies with diseases, and it's all right. Making music with that guy right there, and living, hanging in
Very
there.
cool. I see you have a small string instrument on your wall.
Small because it's 15 feet behind me. No, that's my cello, and there's the string family with the viola, the violin, little mandolin, and other stuff. I play strings. Piano's my main, of course, but I like having strings in my original stuff, and I like to do like ear compositions where I just record one after another and just go for it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I music theory has always escaped me as far as something I can like really. It's like math to me. Like I just can't quite get there.
It literally is.
I mean, it is literally math. But so I just I'll record something and then play something and then layer something, and then if it works, it doesn't, and use it. It just ends up in the trash. But yeah, I feel that.
Pretty much the same thing with less numbers.
Yeah, my wife's always like, if you can play the drums, you can do math. I'm like, yeah, but it's different. It's just different. It goes on without needing to go on. Anyway, thank you for joining us, Sean. Mm-hmm. Everyone, appreciate you. I hope you have your signs ready. And with that, let the games begin. All right. So just as a quick reminder for the gentlemen with us, and for those of you playing at home, of which I'm sure there's a legion at this point, we have 4 contestants who you just met, 5 rounds of questions, 10 questions per round, increasing in stakes and increasing in scores. So as we go, anything can happen. I always say it, and it really is true. And at the end, we're playing for bragging rights, except for Bryan, who's playing for the hat trick. A little bit more on the line today, Rocky. So stick with it. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's hit round 1. Round 1, as always, is cold, hard facts, general music trivia. 100 points for every correct answer, 50 subtracted for every incorrect answer. Let's get to it. Here's question number 1. Last week, this song became the oldest song to hit 1 billion views on YouTube. It's very recent, very recent. 3, 2, 1. Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh! The gift that keeps on giving to the Mercury fam.
Wow.
Yeah, all right, that's all right.
Really?
Hey, look, plenty of game left. Here's question 2, like all the game. Here's question 2.
Stupid.
This artist's 1994 major label debut album is titled Under the Table and Dreaming. Mark.
Dave Matthews.
Dave Matthews Band is correct, sir.
Nice.
100 points to you. Well done. First one on the board. Here we go. Question 3. The song WAP is credited to these 2 artists. Ooh, Bryan by a hair.
Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
I'm sorry, that's Megan Thee Stallion.
Who is Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion?
There you go. Correct, sir.
They
for
get
100 points.
confused at the supermarket all the time, those 2.
Especially when they go to the same Kroger.
That's right, when they're at the same checkout line.
All right, here's question number 4. What country music legend escaped death on the day the music died? Man, the beginning is supposed to kind of be the gimmies, folks. It's coming. It's coming. Day the music died. Only person that survived. Actually, yeah, Sean.
Hank the Third.
Incorrect, sir. Anybody else? Horti.
Jerry Lee Lewis?
Incorrect, sir. 3, 2, 1. Sean, you were in the right spot. Waylon Jennings.
Rats.
Waylon
Again.
Jennings. Super close. Again, at the supermarket in heaven, they just, I don't know.
Right behind Megan Thee Stallion.
All right, here's question number 5. Surely, to go quickly, Bruce Dickinson chartered and piloted jumbo jets carrying his heavy metal band, their crew and gear on world tours in 2009 and 2011. Name the band. Oh, Mark.
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden is correct. Can you play any Iron Maiden on piano?
Sean can.
Bring it.
Of course you can. Here's number 6. This Austrian classical composer sold more CDs in 2016 than Adele, Drake, and Beyonce, all of which won a Grammy that year. Sean.
Beethoven?
No, sir.
Dang.
Mark.
Mozart?
Mozart is correct. Again, Sean, you're in the same toilet bowl, man. You just gotta, or whatever. I don't know.
something Third's toilet bowl. Well, you figure out.
Let's see. Mark is in the lead right now with 300. But anything can happen. 4 more questions in this round. Trent Reznor won a CMA award in 2019 for contributions to which country hip hop track? Mark.
Old Town Road?
Yes, absolutely.
So
Well done, sir. Question number 8. In 2020, this R&B artist returned to the... I'm sorry. In 2012, very different question. In 2012, this R&B artist returned to the stage for the first time in 12 years at the Bonnaroo Music Festival. Horti.
Who's Lauryn Hill?
Incorrect, sir. Brian.
D'Angelo?
Yes.
Ooh.
I wasn't sure anybody get that one. Well done, sir. Well done. 100 points to you. 2 more questions in this round. This 25-year-old two-time Grammy winner's first album in 2017 contains collaborations with Calvin Harris, Martin Garrix, and Sean Paul, and the song Be the One. Horti?
Who's Dua Lipa?
Yeah, nailed it. Which is actually her real name.
Oh, I think it was
name?
Lithuanian or Latvian.
What was it, Dave? Kosovo. She's from Kosovo.
Kosovo, so close.
Kosovonian? Kosovian? I'm not sure.
Kasabian.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I knew. Last question in this round. How many albums did the Notorious B.I.G. release before his death? Three, 2, 1. Shots in the dark. Brian.
1.
1 is the correct answer. Wrapping up the round with another 100 points. Well done, sir. Yeah, it was a little tricky question, and also very hard to believe the iconic stature at which he has been given with one album out prior to death. But that wraps up round 1. It's not going to get any easier, folks. So buckle up and get ready for the ride.
Bring it.
But before we move on, let's recap. We have Mark at 400 points, Brian just behind him with 300, Horti at 0, and Sean at negative 100. Plenty of points to come, folks. And before we go on, Brian, potentially your final nugget of trivia. You got one for us?
Yeah, I do. I think it has to be no matter what. I think we're capping it at 3 in a row. So
you can come back, in the champions round if you.
Oh,
should.
right.
But yes.
Absolutely. Well, for now, let's make the most of it. Yeah, my nugget of trivia is that so in the early 80s, Joe Perry and Brad Whitford rejoined Aerosmith. They went ahead with doing a proper reunion and all that. One of the stipulations was later that they all had to go to rehab and get clean. They had not done that at the time of their actual reunion yet. And this was, when Walk This Way and all that stuff, the Run DMC version was a few years away. So they were still floundering. And they were hanging out with a radio DJ at his apartment one night. And the DJ put on a song called You See Me Crying. It's this piano ballad. And Steven Tyler, who was still in his drug haze, said, "Oh my God, this is a beautiful song. We should cover this." And that's when Joe Perry informed him that they had written that song about 10 years earlier, and it appeared on their classic Toys in the Attic album.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That's
some good stuff.
Which I guess is, it's so hard to, I think objectivity is like the hardest thing to reach as an artist. So I guess that's how you can really.
Fully objective.
Yeah, that's how you can confirm that your own music is actually good.
Wow.
Well, very interesting. Thank you for sharing. That's it's fairly mind-blowing. But yeah, fantastic. Well, that brings us to round 2. Round 2 is entitled Stage Names. We're going to give you a clue, and then the artist actual name. You're going to give us their stage name. So clue, actual name, you give us their stage name. Here we go. 200 points for every correct answer, 100 subtracted for every wrong answer. Here's question number 1. Art pop singer Stephanie Joanne Angelina Mark.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga, correct, sir. I like how Mark's just putting the sign completely down. He's just like,
Just keeping it handy.
Perfect. All right, well done. 200 points to you, and here's question 2. R&B hitmaker Kenneth Brian Edmonds. Brian.
Babyface.
Babyface is correct. Brian's like, he's got my name.
Yeah.
I gotta represent. Brian's got to know Brian's. Here's
200
3.
points each?
200 points each in this round. Yes, sir.
Thanks. Okay, there it is.
Oh, look at that. Ooh, Mark with the eyes.
Ooh.
No slacking, Josh. All right, here we go with number 3. British Sri Lankan activist singer Mathanji Aural Fixation. I'm just terrible at that name. Aural Fixation. Mathangi Aural Fixation. British Sri Lankan activist singer. Three, 2, 1. Hit it, Dave. MIA. Oh, Bryan on the.
Well, I was going to say MIA, but you already started, so it's all good.
that would have been correct, sir. That would have been correct. That's okay. Surely you'll make them up somewhere down the line. Here's number 4. Rapper, producer, activist, Chancellor Bennett. Horti.
Chance the Rapper.
Chance the Rapper's correct, sir. Well done. 200 points to you. Number 5. Enthusiastic comedian singer, Maria Rosario Pilar Martinez Molina Baeza.
Did you say Canadian?
Comedian.
Oh.
Dave, I hope you screen capped everyone's looks on that. I'll try one more time. Enthusiastic comedian, singer, Maria Rosario Pilar Martinez Molina Baeza. All that and nothing. Horti?
That Cardi B?
No. I like your moxie, though. I like your moxie. Charo. Y'all remember Charo?
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, going way back.
No.
Coochie. Way back. I don't know what Dave and the gang are trying to do to you guys today. Here we go. There's another tricky one for me. Number 6, English dance pop singer, Georgios Kyriakos Paniotou. Georgios Kyriakos. Mark.
George Michael?
George Michael is correct. And thank you. I was going to feel really bad if no one got it because I just butchered the name. So I appreciate that. 200 points to you, sir. Number 7, sad sack songstress Elizabeth Wooldridge Grant. Bryan.
Lana Del Rey.
Yes, not Amy Grant, which I thought it was.
I was this close to going for Amy Grant.
200 points to you, Bryan. Moving on to number 8. Rapper, producer, actor, Clifford Smith Jr. Old Clifford Smith Jr. Three, 2, 1. You may know him as Method Man.
Oh.
Method Man. Or you might not know him as Method Man.
Not what I was going to say.
So close.
Played Lando and the new Han Solo. Nope.
Super close. All right, here we go with number 9. Gin and juice lover, Calvin Brodus. Horti.
That's Snoop Dogg.
That is Snoop Dogg, and that is 200 points to you, sir. Digging on out of that 0. Look at you. Shooting up. Love it. Last one in this round. 5'5" Super Bowl performer, Peter Gene Hernandez. Also Horti.
Bruno Mars.
Absolutely. The only famous person shorter than I am. Yay. And let's see here. We've got Mark with 800 still, Bryan with 700, Horti with 500, Sean with -100. It's any man's game. Truly.
Golf rules, I'm winning.
It's opposite day. And before we move on, Horti, do you happen to have a bit of music trivia for us this week, sir?
Yeah. Do you all know who Julio Iglesias is?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've heard this, but do you know what he did before he was Julio Iglesias, the Spanish songster?
No.
He was the goalkeeper for Real Madrid.
What?
Yeah.
Dang.
Wow. Like in the 70s?
Like on top of being Enrique Iglesias, he's also Cristiano Ronaldo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wow. That's wild.
Look at that.
That is wild.
Just parlayed into a pretty successful music career.
Yeah.
Makes me think that after the music career, maybe I can parlay that into some sort of economically successful career as well.
What sports are you good at, Horti?
Oh, none of them. Why am I playing music, man? Come on.
Don't give up on your dreams. And thank you for blowing my mind 2 times in a row with the music trivia nuggets here. And that, and before you do anything else, hit subscribe. It's over there somewhere. Hit that button, subscribe. Be one of the 100 that is subscribe and enjoy our programming every week. That brings us to round 3. Round 3 is entitled Acronyms. Very similar to acronyms, right? These artists are all known by acronyms, but do you know what they actually stand for? Get your flags ready, folks. This is going to be a quick one. I promise. The whole round. Just grease up that elbow. Here we go. Ready? Number 1. Oh, yeah. Sorry. 300 points for every correct answer. 150 subtracted for every wrong answer. Stakes are going up. So are the points. Let's get it. Number 1. GNR. Mark.
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses. Now you guys see how it's going to work. It's going to be quick. Here's number 2. CCR. Mark again.
Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Number 3. STP. Brian.
Stone Temple Pilots.
No. I'm just kidding. Yes. Stone Temple Pilots for 300.
I was like, dang.
I felt like there was some tension building or something. I had to cut it with a knife. 300 points to you, sir. Yes, Stone Temple Pilots is correct. Here's number 4. ODB. Mark.
Old Dirty Bastard.
Old Dirty Bastard. We were going to go with Lil Baby Jesus, but we didn't know if anybody would get that. You guys remember that? I remember MTV when they used to do like news break-ins. In my mind, I remember Kurt Cobain's death news break-in, and the break-in for this just in, Old DB is now Little Baby Jesus. I don't know why. It just stuck in my head. Now we won't go there. Well, anyway, here's number 5. TLC. Mark again.
T-Boz Left Eye Chili.
Yep, you got it. You got it. Pulled it out. Got those synapses connected.
Oh man, yeah, I had it and I lost it. I had to go fishing for a second.
Yep. Well done. All right, here we go. Number 6. SWV. Mark again.
Sisters with Voices.
Sisters with Voices is correct. I hadn't thought about them in a while. I feel like
there's probably a good reason they haven't thought about themselves in a while.
Very true. We are like in vogue, and like everybody's had a little bit of a some sort of flurry of comeback or like a TikTok song or something. But SWV, not much motion there. Anyway, all right, moving on. Number 7, MC5.
Ooh.
MC5. Oh, we go to the punk rock world, and you guys are all just.
I know it's different.
Yeah, it is. Brian.
Motor City 5.
There it is. Motor City 5. Yes, sir. 300 points to you. Well done. Number 8. ELO. Mark.
Electric Light Orchestra.
You've made an entire career off of it. Yes, absolutely.
Damn right.
Well done. 300 more points to you. 2 more in this round. Here's the next one. NERD. Horti.
No one ever really dies.
Bam. Yes, sir. 300 points to you. Well done. Last one in this round. My good friend. LL Cool J. Also Horti.
Ladies love Cool James.
Man. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That guy is an absolute gentleman. Very talented. Very nice.
Here's
guy.
a fun drinking game. Every time he licks his lips, take a shot.
I recorded a Zoom conversation with him, and I FaceTimed I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I FaceTimed my buddy Jeff, and he's like, dude, when's he gonna lick his lips? I was like, I don't know, but it's gotta happen. He never did. What? I think it's controlled. Like, it seems like it's not controlled, but I think it's controlled. He knows when to. We were talking about like social justice issues. He's like, now's not the time to lick the lips.
That's like The Rock's eyebrow. You mean he's actually just controlling when he does it?
Yes.
Mark, fun fact about this show: every time I pop on camera, it's cue to my buddies Johnny and Stefan to take a shot. So that's why I'm on screen. Bye.
Hey, Dave. Yeah, it didn't quite work. Can you come back real quick? Your camera didn't look like it was something was funky.
What's that?
Can you? There it is. There it is. Okay, now it worked. You're welcome, Luna. All right. Well, with that, let's look at the scores. Mark up strong, 2,600 points. Bryan not too far behind, 1,300. Horti 1,100. Both fighting there for second place. Sean, you cheeky boy. -100, and yet you still. It's all right here, man.
Still could happen.
It can happen. Don't get down. Don't get down. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play Quarades, which we should have thought about that a little bit. It's quarantine charades, but I don't know if that translates. Quarantine. Yeah.
Workshop.
We're gonna play a little game with. We're gonna pair up number. I want to make sure I get this right because I messed it up last time. Number 1, who's Mark, and number 4, who's Sean, and we're gonna pair up Mark and Horti. I'm sorry, Bryan and Horti together. So we're gonna play charades with those pairs, 1 and 4, 2 and 3. Right?
All right, Sean, we're right here, buddy. We're right here.
Yep.
Ready.
So Dave, can you put 30 seconds on the clock, please? This is going to be a game of charades. 2 of you will be acting the clues out, and the other 2 will be guessing. You can use things that you find in your room to help, just no talking. All right. I don't know. If a piano comes in handy, Mark, you're golden. You're golden. So Dave, throw up 30 seconds on the clock.
Where do we wait? How do we know who's getting the wrong?
So check your chat here. I'm going to tell you.
All right.
So Mark and Sean are now our team as 2 and 3. First place will be guessing with 4th place. So Horti, you're going to get the clue.
All right.
Bryan is going to guess first.
Okie dokie.
All right. So just Horti and Bryan. Did you get the clue, sir? In the chat?
Oh, man.
Oh no.
Okay, and just so you know what you're playing for, each winning team will get 1 mulligan, meaning that you will not be penalized for any points for the next wrong answer. We'll put a little asterisk next to your name, and we'll just not take away points, and then the asterisk will go away. So there's a little bonus for everybody.
All right, I'm going to loosen up on this.
Horti, are you ready?
I think so.
Okay. 30 seconds on the clock, and go.
All right, 2. What am I don't know what's happening right now. Does anyone? I'm sorry. I got nothing. Oh, Thriller.
Those were good hints. Horti, what was the what were we trying to get him to guess?
White zombie.
Oh.
Zombie,
Yeah.
white.
Zombie was all I could get. I was trying to give you the 2 words, but
Oh, okay.
While that was a Herculean effort, neither of you get the bonus mulligan. So thank you for your efforts. And now, Mark and Sean. Mark, check your chat. Were you able to get your clue? Sorry, Sean. Sean, get the clue.
I can use the board. I can use the piano. I just can't talk.
Sorry, Mark, you're guessing.
Oh,
Sean
I'm
is
guessing.
getting- yes, Sean has
All right,
the clue.
all right, Rainey.
Okay.
All right, 30 seconds on the clock. And ready? Go.
2 words. Dead. Mouse. Dead mouse.
Yeah, that's it.
Bingo.
You got it. Dead mouse.
Rainy.
Oh yeah.
Well
Bring
done.
that hole.
Well done. You each get a mulligan. Thanks for breaking the mold and doing something ridiculous to us.
Who's better than you, Sean Rainey?
Hey.
Good method acting, baby.
All right, so Mark and Sean both get a mulligan. Bryan and Horti, it was a great effort. I appreciate it. And that is going to bring us. Where's that going to bring? Oh no, I got to go to Mark. Mark,
Yes.
drop some trivia knowledge on us first, sir.
Okay. So here at Shake, Rattle, and Roll, one of the things we do every week on Tuesday nights, we do Name That Tune. It's a lot like this, but we do a weekly rotating theme. So tomorrow is our Motown and Soul. So I've got all sorts of R&B stuff. So I'm going to give you one of those. So R&B supergroup, the Commodores. They got their name, true story, by opening the dictionary to a random page and then closing their eyes and putting their finger on a random word on that page. That's how the supergroup Commodores became the Commodores, which means they were this close to being supergroup the Commodes. True story. True story.
I love it. I love it. You know what's funny? I've actually, in like starting bands or thinking, I've tried that and it never works out.
Never works.
Good.
No,
It doesn't.
never.
Doesn't. But it worked out for them just fine.
Yes. They were like, oh, Commodores, that worked well. That was great. Good job, guys.
The
I'm sure one of y'all at least tried the anagram app for a band name at least once.
I don't think I have.
Those can be interesting.
Well, for those of you at home starting a band, you should try it out. And that brings us to round 4. Round 4 is entitled Reunited and It Feels So Good. This is all about groups that broke up and later, you guessed it, reunited, right? 400 points for every correct answer, 200 subtracted for every wrong answer, 400 for good, 200 for bad. Here's number 1. This California band broke up after a benefit concert in 1980, reuniting in Mark.
The Eagles.
The Eagles. Hell froze over. The Eagles got together, and Mark just got himself 400 more points. Here we go. Number 2. This New York duo first broke up in 1970. Horti.
Who is Simon and Garfunkel?
Yeah, there it is. Simon and Garfunkel. Well done. Number 3. The death of their drummer effectively broke this band up. But hey, Brian.
Led Zeppelin.
Yes, absolutely. Woo! All these early jerks, all correct. I love it. Tight. It's tight. Don't give me that look, Sean. Here we go. Number 4. The 2014 reunion of this hip hop duo occurred at Coachella as headliners of the festival that year. Horti.
Who's Outkast?
Outkast is correct. Well done. Another 400 points. Number 5. At the finale of this band's final gig, they handed their instruments to the members of U2. They would get back together in 2007 for a reunion tour. Not so early drinking now, are you? Anybody? 3, 2, 1. The Police. The Police. They actually they went to London. They went to a pawn shop and they just saw their instruments still sitting there in 2007. After they gave them to U2, I guess Bono just chunked them. No, it went way better in rehearsal. Here is number 6. In 2004, the reunion tour tickets for this band sold out in minutes. They'd broken up 10 years earlier by Black Francis announcing it without anyone else being aware of it. Mark.
The Pixies.
Pixies. Absolutely correct. Black Francis. Pixies. Here we go. Number 7. The eccentric guitarist singer of these pop punk superstars left the band in 2005, but reunited with them in 2008 after their drummer survived a pretty gnarly plane crash. Brian.
Blink-182.
Blink-182 is correct. And we argued, did they ever actually break up? And survey says yes. The label said like indefinite hiatus, which that's a breakup. That's a breakup. That's what my last girlfriend told me, and it was pretty definite. All right, number 8. The singer of this Seattle grunge band announced on Twitter in 2010, the 12-year break is over and school is back in session. Sean.
Pearl Jam?
Incorrect, sir. They've actually never broken up since 91. Horti. Soundgarden is correct. Sean, again, right wheelhouse, man. You're right there.
That's good enough for me.
Being close is close enough.
Well, good news, Sean. You got a mulligan, so.
That's true. No harm, no foul on that one. All right, two more here. In 1997, all original members of this New York new wave punk rock group reunited and made it to #1 in the UK exactly 20 years after their first hit, Heart of Glass. Ooh. I'm going to say Mark by like a fraction of a hair.
Yep, Blondie.
Blondie is correct. Absolutely. All right, last one in this round. Question 10. Our current pandemic foiled the plans of this rap funk metal group's reunion scheduled to play Coachella this year. Brian.
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, man, wouldn't that have been perfect?
Yeah.
I mean, it was just set up to be the absolute perfect moment. Well, that brings us to the end of quite a fruitful round for everyone. Mark's still in the lead with 3,800. Brian, 2,500. Horti still chasing right there at 2,300. Sean, sitting pretty at -100. No worries. No worries.
Haven't gone down, haven't gone up.
Hey,
That's what she said.
consistency is key in most things, just not this one.
Negative
But speaking of,
159 number.
Sean, before we move on, do you have any music trivia for us, sir?
Oh, well, nothing really groundbreaking that y'all probably wouldn't know, but I could tell you that one time in the early 2000s at the legendary rock club Toad's Place in New Haven, this jerk spilled his ice cream on me, and I was like, "Hey, dude, watch where you're walking." And it was Ben Folds, and then Ben Folds got on stage, and I was like, "Oh, damn." There goes
Then he
my-
got a second ice cream and smashed it in your face.
Yeah.
That I'm Ben Folds. I do what I want.
Then
And
he
then
took
did
a
the piano
brick
with the ice
and-
cream.
Well, Ben, I know you're a big fan, so no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
You know.
My
Well, thank you for sharing that intimate moment in your life, sir.
it was life changing.
Well, that brings us to our final round altogether. Oh, this is round 5. Going back to whiskey, and round 5 is entitled Long Songs. This round references extraordinarily long and noteworthy songs. 500 points for every correct answer, 250 subtracted for every wrong answer. Sean, guess what, my man? There
What's
are
that?
5,000 points in this round alone.
They're all mine.
Gobble them up, man. Make it like a Pokemon thing. You got to catch them all. You know what I mean? No one catches some. You got to catch them all. Anyway, reminder, only #1 and #2 are going to be joining us for that oh so intimate and amazing final round. So with that, let's get into round 5. Question number 1. What 1992 power ballad is the longest song ever to reach the Sean?
November Rain.
November Rain is correct, making good on his promise.
Nice.
500 points
Oh.
out of the negative. So many things are happening for you right now, man. I don't want to call it momentum, but it's something.
He's coming for you, Ben Folds.
It was chocolate ice cream. I knew it. DNA tracing.
I've never eaten ice cream before a show again because of that guy. All right, here we are. Number 2. Name the 8-minute track that prompted a call to the band Journey due to Prince's fear it too closely resembled their hit, Faithfully. Mark.
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain is correct. Pretty fascinating that Prince thought, I need to ask somebody's permission to do anything.
Very
Journey
un-Prince.
gave their blessing. Journey was like, no, Prince, it's cool. Go ahead. Shirts versus skins, man.
Oh, nice.
All right, here we go. Number 3. This signature soft rock song of 1977 clocks in at 6 minutes and 30 seconds and is the most enduring hit from the Eagles. Brian.
Hotel California.
Of course. Hotel California.
There it is.
Just like the runtime, you can never leave. All right, here we go. Number 4. Debuting in 2005 and described by its creator as a hip opera, this Horti.
Trapped in the closet.
Trapped in the closet is absolutely correct, sir. Well done. Well done. Oh,
Wow.
man. My R. Kelly is a little rough. Sorry. Well done. 500 points and Still, you one more, Horti. You're chasing it the whole time. Here we go. Number 5. What influential 1965 song marked Bob Dylan's transformation into a rock star? Bryan.
Like a Rolling Stone.
Like a Rolling Stone. 500 points, sir. Well done. Well done.
Very long time.
Yeah. Here we go. Number 6. This 8-minute 1971 rock epic starts with Bryan.
Stairway to Heaven.
Absolutely. The end of that question, critics say that it has the greatest guitar solo of all time. I've never made it that far into the song. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never made it to the end. But that was well done. That was impressive. That was a snatch.
I just have weirdly always known the exact timestamp on that song and knew the date and knew the year. So I don't know. I was ready.
That's what this show's about. Just randomly knowing those things. So well done. Yeah. 500 points to you. Okay. Number 7, the 2-part 12-minute song "Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst" featured Horti.
It was Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar is correct, sir. 500 points. Coming in hot. 3 more questions in this final round together. Number 8. What 1968 song features a 4-minute sing-along outro and spent 9... Bryan.
Hey Jude.
Hey Jude is correct. Bryan showing why he's won twice already. Coming in at the end. Here we go. 2 more questions in this round. Number 9. Failing to chart upon its 1970 release, "Move On Up" has since become a soul classic for what Superfly soundtrack composer? Oh, Navy SEAL. Horti.
It was Quincy Jones.
Oh, just a bit outside. Sean.
Herbie Hancock?
Also incorrect, sir. Good swings. Good swings. Anybody else? 3, 2, 1. Superfly soundtrack composer Curtis Mayfield.
Oh.
Curtis Mayfield.
That was my second guess.
All right, here we go. Last question altogether, my friends. At an imposing 10 minutes, station to station, came to represent the pinnacle. Bryan.
David Bowie.
David Bowie, the thin white Duke himself. All right, that's it. Go home. It's over.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Please don't leave yet. Bryan, Mark. Bryan with 5,000 points. Mark with 4,300 points. Horti, you were there clawing the whole time, my man. You were there. You were right there. Sean, you're not in the negative.
I'm above ground.
A damn fine job, my man.
Crawled out of the grave.
Yes.
Hands a crawling.
All right. Well, to finish out the game, Bryan and Mark, stay with us. We're going to move on to the final round. Sean and Horti, we're going to ask you, turn your cameras off. Don't leave. Listen, watch, stay with us to commiserate at the end. But for now, you lose. You get nothing. Good day, sir.
Next time. Oh, no. Alrighty.
We'll see you guys in a bit. All right. And with that, it brings us to our final round. Before we find out who wins, subscribe. Tell your mom, tell your aunt, your sister, whoever. Subscribe and join us next week and every week. Same time. So, Mark, Bryan, how are you guys feeling?
Feeling good.
Yeah.
Man, that was a breathless final round. I'm still, my heart's beating.
Well, that's what it's all about, right? Creating the drama. All right, this final round is entitled Listomania. So I need you to have pen and paper or Sharpie and a tablet or a stone tablet and blood. Whatever you got, get it ready. What was that, Josh? Oh, yeah, a whiteboard that happens to say roast and toasts. That you can just, it's whatever you got. Okay, so here we go. 1,000 points will be given for every correct answer. You have your pen and paper. We're going to write down as many answers to this prompt as you can. You will get credit for all of the correct answers, but you only have 30 seconds. So choose carefully. Okay.
So do we show them one at a time or we make the list for 30 seconds?
So you're going to get 30 seconds on the clock. You're going to make a list on your own without showing anybody.
Got it.
Just bang them all out. And then at the end of the 30 seconds, we're going to compare and see how we net out.
Probably don't use the whiteboard.
Yeah, I stand corrected.
All right. Are you gentlemen ready for your prompt?
Yeah.
Good.
All right. 1,000 points for every correct answer. Here we go. Here's your prompt. Name as many American music festivals as you can. 30 seconds on the clock. Go. All right. Pins down. Pins down. Throw it across the room. Hands up. Many thanks to Ralph from Vitamin Tramp for writing that fantastic 30-second little piece there. Okay. Mark, since you're in second place going into this, let's see your list.
I just got 3, and then the wheels came off the wagon.
I think those are
Coachella,
all
Woodstock,
correct.
and Lilith.
Man, Lilith Fair. I haven't thought about that in a while, but that is an American music festival. So we'll give you 3,000 points. All right. So you're at 7,300. Brian, if you happen to have 3 festivals that are correct.
Here's
you will
hoping.
win. Okay, here we
Oh,
go.
wow.
Coachella, ACL, Bonnaroo, Firefly, RIP. Oh man, South by Southwest and Aftershock. Yes, that's 6,000, 11,000 points total. Brian, you've won the hat trick. I wish I had confetti to throw in your face.
Yo, Adrian, we did it.
I love it. Mark, you are a formidable opponent.
Thank you.
Ran the table the majority of the show. Please come
Right
back and
until
see
the
us.
end.
I appreciate it. Brian, congratulations on this is a lifetime achievement kind of thing, my friend.
This is, yeah. In fact, if there's, if you guys email me a little a Word document, just a certificate, I'll hang it up in my office.
1,000% yes. And I hope it goes right on top of your LinkedIn and like all that stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. Twitter bio and everything. Email signature.
Yes, we need a picture of the printed out emailed graphic frame.
Oh yeah.
So yes, excellent. Well, Sean and Horti, please come back and join us. Thank you all for a super fantastic and fun game. We managed to make it through the hour, all intact, all is one. Listen, not to sound super cheesy, life is crazy out there right now. So thank you for spending your time with us. Anybody watching, I hope we gave you a little bit of levity. Support each other, support musicians and independent music venues, and anybody that's just not working right now, scrounging, trying to do something. Mark and Sean doing piano shows on Facebook for tips. Horti putting out a record in the pandemic. Brian, who's reviewing albums that have never been played live, right? Like, this is a crazy time. Support each other, take care of each other. Thank you for watching. Please come back next week. Brian, congratulations. Dave, take us out.
Woo!